Now we are in the final question of the electronic part. It is about graphing trigonometric functions. Here we have to find the amplitude and period. Now before we go into that, let's just look into a sine graph. It starts like this and goes on. Okay, my graph is not that good, but even over here, okay, they're all symmetrical. I mean, they're like they repeat after a certain time. So if you see at 0, it is at 0, then at 90 degrees, it's at 1, and then again at 180 degrees or pi. This is given as pi in radians. And over here, it's 2 pi radians or 360 degrees. So you can see it's a unique curve, but then it starts repeating itself. Why? Because over here, again, it will be, say, 3 pi. This part 2 pi to 3 pi is same like 0 to pi, and then over here going down also it's same like pi to 2 pi for 3 pi and 4 pi. It repeats. So the uniqueness is only from 0 to 2 pi, then it repeats, right? So here that is the period. 0 to 2 pi is the period, and when it starts repeating itself, you stop. So if at all the graph was, say, it is going like this till over here, say from 0 to 4 pi, then 4 pi would be the period. It depends on the given function, but in general all the sine and cosine, when they are not written anything like this 3 pi or something, it's just like that, sine and cosine, then their periods are always 2 pi or 360 degrees. That is the period. But still, I'll write the formula for period. Period P is given as 2 pi by B. What is that B? If you have a trigonometric function like this, A sine B theta, there is a number, say for example, you have 3 sine 2 theta. Then this is the B value. You have to divide this by, 2, because the B value is 2, and then solve it up. That would be the period. But for this particular function, it is nothing. It's 1. The periods are 2 pi or 360 degrees. The amplitude is all the numbers that is multiplied. So usually a sine graph will only go to maximum of 1, right? But if you have anything multiplied to it, it will change until that point, and even down it goes. That's a very bad graph, but still, okay, it will go something like that. So it will reach 2 here. So that is the amplitude. So over here, amplitude and periods are very simple, 2 and 360 degrees or 2 pi. So that's it. Amplitude is 2 over here, 360. You don't need to write anything because it's in the electronic part. Now what about this one? The period is changed because you have B theta. So you have to write 2 pi by half. B value is half. If you put this in the calculator, you get 4 pi directly. So that is the answer. Whereas amplitude is 1. Here amplitude is 3/4 and period is 2 pi. Or you can write it as 360 degrees. Here 4 pi means 720 degrees. Okay, your options can be in anything, degree or radian. So this is the answers. Now what about this one? It's half and 180 because you have to divide 360 by 2. And over here it's 3 and again 180 degrees. Here they have told us to graph this particular function. Now since this is in the electronic part, you will have 4 graphs and easily can choose the correct graph. So I'll directly jump to that, but before that, what is the amplitude? It's 3. Amplitude is 3. It's the magnitude of that. You just take the positive value. And sine theta, there's no B value, so period is 2 pi or 360 degrees. Now these two are very important in the graph. Why? Because let's look at the graphs. Here, this is the answer, right? What happens is sine always starts at 0. No matter what, it will be at 0. And the maximum value it will touch is the amplitude. What is that? It's 3. And down also it is 3. And the period is 360. So it must take a full complete rotation like this, up and down, and come back at 360. So this is the thing. So that is 360 degrees, period, amplitude, and sine starts from 0 and goes. If it is cosine, this was just cosine, then it would have started from here and it would go something like that. So this is how easily you can detect the graph. With just this much, you can tell which is the correct graph. But still, I'll tell you more information. You can verify your answer in your calculator. What you do is you just type sine 3 sine theta, that is x. Now, you can keep it in radian mode. Radian is shift mode 4. Then you need to type it in pi terms. But if it's in degrees you want to type, then you should go shift mode and make it to degree, or clear your calculator, it will be in default degree mode. Now then, let me try 0. What is the x value? 0. Sorry, what? Okay, I just typed 0. Yeah, this is wrong. I need to calculate this given function at 0. What is the value? This is the x value. Degrees are in x values, right? X axis, sorry. It's at 0 itself. Y. So yes, that's correct. How about I'll change this to 90 degrees. Is it at 3 at 90 degree? So it's in between 0 and 1, it is 90. Yes, this is 3. How about 180 degree? Let me calculate at 180 degree. So it is 0. How about we'll calculate in between 0 and 90? That's 45. That is 2.12. Yes, that's about correct. In the middle, it's 2.12. So this is how easily you can eliminate all the other options and just stick to one correct answer. So we're looking at the next problem here now. I know the options are you can easily see which is the correct answer, but let's see how you can easily find the answers in your exam. You'll have 4 different graphs. The amplitude here is 1. So is this having 1 of amplitude? No, because it's at 3. This is having 1. This is also having 1. This is having little more than 1. It's 1.5. So you can eliminate this and this. So second and third graph. Now we will check the period. You can see this is 3. So it will be 360 degrees divided by 3. That must be 120 degrees. Let's check. Okay, over here there is an error. This is wrong. This must be 120 degrees. That must be the period. Whereas over here you can see it's cramped up. Why? Because it's divided by 4. So 360 degrees divided by 4. That will be 4, 1 time 4. 9 times it will be 90 degrees, right? So here you can see at 90 degrees. That's over here. It's done. One rotation. Again, one more, one more, one more. So that is the reason for the period being cramped up. Over here, it had to be this one at 120 degrees. So that's an error. But anyways, looking at these two, you can easily guess the correct answer. But if you want more thing, you should remember cosine starts at 0. Yes, it starts at 1, not at 0. Sine starts at 0. Cosine starts at 1. And yes, this is a cosine graph. And then you can take calculator and pinpoint any point, and you can easily get the answer. So this is how we can figure out the correct answer. That is over here, option B. Same way you can do the details. See, the period is 120 degrees, not 360, and the amplitude is 1. And you do not need to find the intercepts and everything because you will be given the graphs. So just select the correct graph. Same thing with sine 4 theta. It's just that the period is a very small one at 90 degrees. You can see here it's repeating every 90 degrees. And over here the amplitude is 3 by 2, period is 360 degrees, and here you go, this is the graph. Similarly, you can solve these by yourselves. All you need to know is how the graph looks. If it's cosine, it starts over here up, amplitude is 4, so that's why it's starting at 4 and going on, and the period is 360 by 2, that's 180 degree. You can see it repeats after 180 degree. And this one over here, amplitude is 5 and the period is 360 divided by 2/3. You can see it'll be 2/3 is less than 1, so it'll be more than 360. It's over here 540. Sine starts at 0 and the amplitude is at 5 and minus 5. And that is the end of all the multiple choice questions. If you have found these videos helpful, please share it with your friends. Let them know about this channel Best Math, where you can find all the end of term exam questions and exam lessons explanation for free. And I just want to thank all the students who like my videos, who share my videos, and all the gratitude comments. I really thank you so much. Your comments really make my day. A single thank you always puts a big smile on my face. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best in your exams. I hope everyone does well. If you have any doubts, any clarifications, please do post them in the comments and I will get back to you.